everyone. Hey, welcome. Welcome to our day one conference, everyone. Thank you for being here. Welcome, welcome. Come on in. We'll let everyone get in the room and then I'll get started. We have, last I looked, it was nearly 4,000 people that were registered for this event. And it's very exciting. This might be our largest one. Happy to see everybody. Thank you for being here. Please post in the chat where you're from, what state you're from, and we'll get started in just a minute as the room fills up, where it's filling up pretty fast. Looks like we might have to hit the larger meeting size button, Lindsay. Uh, so if you want to go ahead and do that, I would do that. This room is set to open to 250 people, and we have another little link that will take it to 1,000. So why don't you initiate that, please? And that way people don't have to wait in the waiting room. Welcome to our conference, the Awaken Stillness Conference. Remember, you're dreaming. My name is Bill Free. I'm the founder of Pure Presence Conferences. And I had this idea before COVID about having online virtual conferences. So I took a trip. I went out to Zoom out in California, went to this big thing called Zoomtopia, and there was, I think, 2,500 people there, and it was amazing. And this was October of 2019, before COVID hit. Remember, in actually, I think it hit about February of 2020. It was called the Corona 2019. Anyway, I went to that Zoom conference and I learned how to have virtual conferences and multiple sessions at a time. I hired an engineer out there to teach us how to do this effectively and efficiently and in a big way. And we hired him for a couple of 2 or 3 conferences, and he taught my daughter Lindsay, who is our tech support. She's in the background doing all the the stuff most of us don't know how to do. She's doing that in the background and right now, and this engineer that I hired, he taught her how to do all the tech stuff, and she's a master at it now. And so thank you, Lindsay Free, for being our tech support. Amazing, extraordinary tech support. And when you write to info@purepresenceconferences.com, it goes to her email and she will take care of you. So it looks like we bumped up our meeting size because we passed 250. This room was set for 250 and now it's set for 1,000. And if we go past 1,000 and you can't get in the room for Rupert or Swami G, I suggest that you can go to YouTube, because we'll be streaming to YouTube. You can look for an email. If we get close to 1,000, there will be an email sent to you that will direct you to a YouTube channel so that everyone will be able to get into our sessions regardless of the size. So as I said a minute ago, post in the chat where you're from if you haven't already. And that'll be fun to see where everyone is hailing from around the world. And let's see, we're at almost 300 people. I'll go ahead and get started. Welcome, everyone. My name is Bill Free. I'm the founder of Pure Presence Conferences. in cooperation with Awakening Mind Films, Awaken the World Initiative, and the Center for Awakening. We have an amazing tech crew and staff and hosts and over 28 teachers and authors presenting in this conference. And I want to thank all of them, all of you and all of them for being here. This is our 9th conference in 5 years. And this year we shifted to offering them once a year. So you can expect on an annual basis, November, around, before Thanksgiving. That's our new conference schedule. And I'm very excited for this conference. This is, as I said, we have 28 presenters. This is our largest conference, and there's a lot of things going on. If you really want the highest benefit of this conference and be able to watch it for the next year, I suggest you purchase the replay, which is the thing that allows us to keep having the conferences. When you purchase the replays, it supports the cost of putting all this together, and we pretty much break even. We don't make a profit on it. We break even when we sell those replays. They pay for the platforms and the people that put it all together. So thank you for participating in the upgrade of the replays. It really helps us. And we do these conferences because we have a passion and a love for truth. We really want to share the teachings of the best teachers in the world in the different traditions. We want to share these traditions. We look high and low for the kind of teachers that will bring the true message of awakening. And that's what we're here for. It's a pull that I had, as I said, prior to COVID, when there was an intuition that I wanted to learn how to do these conferences. And then when COVID hit, I went, oh my God, now's the time. So we had our first conference in April of 2020. COVID had just been, come on the scene about it started in the United States. It started in New York City. We had just left New York City a month before, when I was traveling with James Twyman for his one-man musical, when we went across the United States for 2 months, and we ended up in New York City, and it was right behind us. When I got home up in Maine, COVID had started. And then I was inspired to have these conferences, and the universe put the team together, and the connections that I made in San Francisco at that Zoom conference, and that's how it started. So again, thank you all for being here. This event, Awaken Stillness, the End of Dreaming, is an online immersive conference. It's designed to guide you to profound recognition of your true nature through the direct experience of the transformation, the teachings of non-duality, Advaita Vedanta, A Course in Miracles, and other traditions, as you will hear. And it's my suggestion is that you set aside any distractions that you might have so that you get the highest benefit of this conference. Awakening is often referred to in spiritual traditions, as most of you have heard, as self-realization or enlightenment. And it offers profound benefits for ourselves and the world. And I would like to invite you to take these sessions seriously by giving your single-pointed attention and focus for each session that you're in so you get the highest benefit, for taking the time out of your life to be here. But don't take it too serious. By efforting to achieve something, my suggestion is be open and attentive. And if you can turn off distracting other devices you might have going or things going on your computer screen, that would be helpful. Your iPhone, just give yourself the gift of each session. You don't have to come to every session, but when you come, be present in that session for yourself. I don't care what you do, but I'm just inviting you to get the most benefit out of this, and you'll be giving yourself a gift. Many insightful and realized beings have shared, and I agree with this, that our reason for existing is to awaken. That's why we're here. From the illusion, it seems pretty real, and relatively speaking, it is. But our purpose for being here, Ramana Maharshi has said that our purpose for coming into this incarnation is to awaken to our true nature, and instead of the false sense of the identity as the person that we're not. We can be both, but we change places with who we thought we were to realize what we always are and will forever be. And realizing who we really are, it brings us to, as many of you know, it brings us to this experience of inner peace and contentment. It gives us freedom from suffering. As big events happen in the world, as we all know, happened recently, in your favor or not your favor for who you might have picked in this past election. If you're in Europe, I just came back from there, and Europeans were worried about this election, and just because it has it reveals it's an uncertainty, and it can be scary. The perfect time to have the tools, the perfect time for this conference to get established in your true nature, so that whatever the busy chitty chatter mind offers you, you have some tools to remain established, to find that sense of your true nature, that sense of peace that transcends the happenings, the experiences of the world. We need that, and this is very timely that we have a conference such as this. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for because I know and you know the names that for the lineup. It's pretty amazing. This lineup is perfect to meet you wherever you are. And it's my hope that this conference will remind you of your true nature and bring you the clarity and the wisdom that you deserve. And it'll help remind you that you have an active intuition, that's your beingness, that's your true nature. You have access to enhanced perception, and the title of this, or Awaken Stillness, is the title and theme for this conference. It comes from a quote in The Gifts of God by the author or scribe of A Course in Miracles, Helen Hamilton, And it's a poem. And the gifts of God are 50 poems that she was inspired to write from, I guess, from consciousness that called itself Jesus. And for many of us, it sure sounds and feels like his voice. He references a lot of things that only consciousness would know. And so it's remarkable that the Course in Miracles uh, document that has come to our into this time and space in the last 50 years. But this quote goes like this, that inspired the name of this conference. And it says, and then in stillness wake, right? And then in stillness wake. First, there is silence, then awakening. Now is the time appointed for the end of dreaming. Now is the time appointed for the end of dreaming. And you're going to recognize in this conference, in these sessions, that the now that is the time appointed for the end of dreaming is every now. It's every now, every now moment. We have access to infinite beingness at every instant. And as we get started, I just want to I just want to recognize and acknowledge those who put this all together for us. I want to thank our hosts and conference team. And I'm just going to put their images up on the screen for you for a minute as I introduce them. These are the worker bees. Of course, I'm up there too. But I want to acknowledge Jack Rome, Nancy Ouellette, Christine Kaisinger, Christopher Barham, Lara Marcioni, Lindsay Free, and Marie Chase. And thank you for being our hosts and tech support and admins for this conference. We appreciate you, and we totally couldn't do it without these guys. And thank you. Please, one of these hosts will be showing up in your sessions to support your speaker for this conference, and you can just know who they are. And Lindsay Free, she's my youngest daughter. Thank you, Lindsay. I love you like crazy. And she's our tech support and the person that engineer taught how to do all these things. And Marie Chase, she and I met in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, a couple of months before these conferences started, and she has been our communications director ever since. Thank you all for being part of this awesome experience that we all get to share. And let's see what else I have to say. If you have any trouble logging in or getting access to a session, please send an email to info@purepresenceproductions.com. So long as your equipment is working, we can get you right back in the conference if you have trouble getting in. And with that, I say good morning and I sign off here, and I'll meet you in our first session of the conference with Rupert Spira and Swami Sarvapriyananda, also known as Swamiji. And I'll see you back at 9:30 for our opening session. Thank you all. Bye-bye.